Hello, everybody. My name is Crumpy Toast. Welcome back to our UCLA Dynasty series here on College Football 25. In last episode, we knocked out a number of key recruits, including getting a 5-star defensive tackle in Maka Trueblood, who was the 7th-ranked defensive tackle in the class and 17th overall, which being that seems pretty weird that there are 7 defensive tackles in the top 17, but either way, I am stoked about getting a 5-star recruit. Now, I went ahead and threw Jaron Wesovich on our board because, I mean, if he's, if we're still in the top 8, I'm going to make a run at him. We don't really have really any use for our hours otherwise. And he looks like to be a very good player. Now, in this episode, we are doing our 3-game stretch against Nebraska, Iowa, and Washington. And I'd just like to state for the record, not every episode is going to be like this or every season. So after this season, we're not going to be doing multiple games an episode. It's going to be 1 game per episode for the season, unless it's kind of a throwaway game like against an FCS school or whatever. So Nebraska, Iowa, Washington this episode. And next season, it'd be like 1 game an episode. So like Hawaii, Indiana, LSU, all that stuff. That way, it's just more of an authentic experience, and we're trying to move out of this first season as soon as possible since we're a little behind. Now, heading into this Nebraska game, we are the away team, and this season isn't really too important in my mind. We already got multiple prospects that I like. So our class is already really good. I mean, considering a 3-star program, 3.5-star, whatever. Nebraska is a very interesting team because of Dylan Raiola. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He is like the next Mahomes, just basically the way he looks and a little bit of his play, but that's more like the nonchalant stuff. And that's kind of coming back to bite him in the, because there was a clip of last weekend where on like 4th down, he was just standing nonchalant as a defender was like right in his face. So moving into the 3rd quarter after a punt, might as well just play this drive. I want to see how well this offense moves. And that is going to be Sturdivant for the 1st down. Probably could have thrown that a little bit earlier, a little bit later, and it probably would have been an interception. Gonna have Jones in the backfield. Nebraska runs a very weird defense with, was that 5 high defenders? And that is going to go for a 1-yard loss. The draw play didn't really work out as they were sending a little bit of a blitz. This looks to be cover 3, so I'm going to change it up a little bit. And that is an interception by the middle linebacker. That is my bad. Threw that one a little too early, and we are giving it to them in our territory. Javen Wright. Luckily, they only get 3 off of it. And I want to put Harden in. Harden needs to get multiple carries. But the way we have the depth chart set up, he's just not in that position. And they're 6 yards on the carry. And then the problem with this playbook is that there's multiple option plays, like option routes for passing, like both those routes on that left side. And that is going to be wide open. Atimalala down the field for the touchdown. Wheel route. And that was cover 3 match, so it turned into... I actually want to see that. So the defenders matched. Even the deep blue did. That's very interesting. All right, well, the PAT should give us the lead. And then they're into a 4th and 2. And the punt gets returned all the way to the 49. So we're already at the midfield mark and just 3 incomplete passes. And then they rip an 80-yard rush touchdown by Isaiah Nayor. Well, this game is getting out of hand into the 3rd quarter. Can you guys get a positive play? I mean, sheesh. 2nd and 4. Did they fix it to where I can actually see the scorecard? And that is... I didn't think the safety would snap back that far, but that's fine. I'm not exactly playing my best football at the moment. Now, there is still a world where we win this. It's only a 14-point difference, but... I didn't think he'd be running an in route there, but... Tell you what, that's fine. And defense is not holding. Yeah, this one is out of reach, and we're just going to take it to the end. This one is probably going to be a bit of a quicker episode, as we are just trying to get to the end of the season. So we lose to Nebraska. We are 4-4. And we got Tyler Middlebrooks. And everyone else is moving along nicely. Blanco, you. Championship contender is down. Sturdivant. There's risk of a transfer. Let's see. They're in their top 5, so nothing to worry about yet. Just some 3 stars. Top stories. North Texas is ranked 22. That is an American school. Ohio State hosting them. Boston College is 7. Notre Dame's at 9. USC is at 4. Jeez. They just lost to Michigan in real life. Getting a lot of interest from Flanagan. I really need to reorganize the board because having like the committed players in the middle like that gets a little confusing. So, do have 95 hours back. Throw some around. Now, I probably have too many receivers on my board. Like, I'm definitely well aware of that. And we are moving into 3rd on Wesovich. Is the 5th ranked quarterback. 14th ranked prospect nationally. I thought it froze for a second because it freaked me out. We know 2 of his interests or motivations. Championship contender and proximity to home. Fortunately, our championship contender is a B- right now. So if we want a chance at him, probably going to have to focus up on that. Flanagan, coach prestige, B. That's fine. You need a hard sell. And you as well. All right, I'm going to get these set up. I don't like doing the recruiting stuff on camera because I'm trying to think while I do it, and then I just get sidetracked. So let me be right back. Okay, so now we have Iowa. Now, because that quarterback has championship contender, I don't really want to lose games anymore. Before, it was kind of like whatever, but now it might matter a little bit if that dips to like a C+. I don't think that it's going to matter in the long run, because even if it's like a D, I'm sure the hard sell will probably be over the 19 points, which also, if you don't know how hard sells work, I will explain that in a second. Probably, if I don't forget. Gonna just scramble with Garbers, take the slide, and the fumble. There it is. I hate that if you try and get in the slide animation and then someone touches you, it kicks you right out, and then you're kind of just left for dead. I can't motion. Let's do. Am I gonna have enough time? Just barely. Loya drops it. Yeah, that was a bad throw. There's a lot of things wrong with that. All right, running a curl concept. Loya has it for the first down. I was 4-5 this season, so not the best. Over to Sturdivant. Ooh, and dropped by the defensive back. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Now, this season has had a lot of ups and downs. Very peculiar season. And what is this blocking? Can I get that? A little bit better. Got 3 yards back. When in doubt, stick it out, says every person who's not allowed within schools, or within a certain amount of feet from schools now. That's a touchdown to Sturdivant on the slant route. Look to be zone coverage. Back and forth. And we're just not going to know what the downage is. 3rd and 8, and I'm running play action. Okay. That is, yeah, into traffic. Bad throw, but under pressure. Makes sense. They're going to punt it. First and goal. Time winding down. Tight end is covered, and that is just the curl route. Defender just not playing underneath that. That's just, yeah, basic body positioning on that one. Not a lot of big moments. 3rd and 6. Gonna have the post, but that is sacked way back at their own, or no, still in our territory at the 45. Big 3rd down again. I get this over to be an actual cover 3. They're running a halfback draw on 3rd and 5. Peculiar play, but hey, it worked. Gonna be a 3rd and 2 now. All right, unable to get them to jump. Nope, hard run. Thank you. Barely got out of that one. Gonna be a 1st and 10 now. I'd prefer to run play action. I also don't know what playbook I'm going to be. Oh, this is really our only play action. I don't know what playbook I'm going to be using next season. I don't know if I will change it. Now, there's some stuff I just can't use right now, and that is just dropped. I wanted that lofted further away, but it was on the run. Because option plays are broken at the moment. And Harden's going to have that one. Damn. Probably held the turbo too early, but it's whatever. Just got to throw that one away. 3rd and inches. I don't know. Maybe run the ball. And that one went nowhere. Someone got pancaked, and that's going to piss me off. So, all right, red zone advantage after a big passing play. All right, let's see. It's cover 3, so looked like that was Tampa 2. Yeah, cover 2 invert. The deep blue was covering both the routes on the right, so I really couldn't throw either. Kind of sucks, but that's what happens when you're so close to the end zone. And that is just a well-placed ball, even though it was a little bit underthrown. Bad throw by Garbers. Okay. Could have had the curl for a easy first down, but instead decided to just keep running. I'm just going to keep it as this. All right, if it's outside or left or right, I have to bounce outside. Oh, not to the flats, but that is Madrano. That's going to be the 2-minute warning. Changing the play up. Flag on the play. I'm assuming that's going to be holding, and that is incomplete. Not really worried about... Ooh, it is 3rd and 16. I'm going to decline this to get it to 4th down. Yeah. I was about to accept it for no good reason. Where is... There it is. And that is incomplete, and that will do it for the ball game. Let's do this. 2nd and 7. Kneel. Another kneel. And wow, okay, so they don't call the timeouts. Interesting, but we do get the dub at home. And we get a level up. Oh, we do still have some hours. Oh, 10 hours? What is this even from? Okay. Yeah, I do not know who to put this on. I guess just, Nealon. There are so many receivers on my board. I'm honestly a little worried. Like, look at how many receivers there are. I do not need that many. All right, we got Diego Blanco and Wyatt and a 2-star defensive end. And everyone else is moving straight in. Matthew DeBeer is next up. Now we have Washington. So let me do the recruiting and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is a good opportunity to introduce how hard sells work. And I think it was... Yeah, it was Max Plays CFB that actually figured out how this works. So basically, you see the grades on the right. Well, it can be any number or letter from an A+ to an F. You know, the difference being a D- and an F are the two lowest you can get. So after D, you know, it's A, B, C, D, and then plus, neutral, and minus for each individual letter. And then after D-, you just go straight to an F. So hopping over to my spreadsheet here, you know, we could obviously see that Matthew Bonham, the guard, had the 3 interests he had was an A+, a D-, and an A+, right? So basically, the goal here is to get a value greater than 19. That is the number that determines whether or not it will, you know, succeed or fail. Like, it is very one or the other. It is I forget what the variable is called, but it is, I guess, static or continuous. Like, it will not change. It will, if it's a 19 or less, it will automatically fail. If it's a 20 or higher, it'll automatically pass. So since we have a plus, D minus, and A plus, let me actually just move this over here. You can see that an A plus has a value of 13. So it's counting like this. So F is the lowest, so it gets 1. A plus is the highest, it gets 13. So you got 13 here. A D minus is going to get you a value of 2. And then an A plus, again, is going to get you a value of 13. And then if you add all those up, you get a value of 28. And since that is higher than 19, the hard sell will automatically pass. So when I do this, the cell will automatically pass, even though there is a D minus in there. Now, the value to get, the lowest you can get is like 20. So I'm pretty well set at a value of 28, I think it was. The playing style is, bad, but it's not the end of the world, and he's pretty much guaranteed to commit to us anyways. So we will see that passes. And then, yeah, so a little bit of an update. All right, so we are up against rank number 10, Washington now, and that's very surprising. So Michigan is number 1 at 10-0. Again, sorry I didn't force the win for Texas, and Texas is all the way at 20. Oh, God, they're 5-4. That's disgusting. Ohio State is 9-0. Miami is 10-0. Bama is 8-1. Georgia is 7-2. USC is 8-1. And as follows, Oregon is 7-3. One of those losses came to us, even though I'm pretty sure they have the best recruiting class in the nation at the moment. And then North Texas at 25 at 8-1. Colorado, a lot of American schools in the top 25. One thing I do want to go over really quickly, the top classes. Oh, Oregon is not number 1. Notre Dame has 5 5-stars, 2 defensive tackles, a corner, a quarterback, and a left tackle. Jeez. And surprisingly, we are in at number 10. I suppose that 1 5-star is carrying the crap out of our class, although Oregon did steal a lot of players from us. Yeah, Oregon, let's see. Devontae Brock. No, that's the number 1 player in the nation. Jermichael Wolf was on our board. It really came down to us. We were number 2. Jefferson, no. Johnstone, we were thinking about. See, we were number 5. Souza, we were number 2 on. And Brendan Roos, we were number 2 on. So, yeah. Oregon, you really pissed me off. No, that's fine. But, I mean, surprisingly, number 10 in the class, or our class is 10th in the nation, is very surprising to me. Should get some more 3-stars to add or pad that. I guess a lot of our points are coming from just the 3-stars, the quantity of them. Ohio State's is almost entirely their 4-stars. So I wonder, is that a sum of the stars? No, it can't be. It's got to be the points. And then the last thing I want to go over before we play the game against Washington is that I actually updated the spreadsheet. I put that in the actual Google Drive for the description. The link for the Google Drive is in the description. I didn't have UCLA added to it, so you're going to find the documentation for the Clippers, UCLA, Angels, and Chargers franchise series. And then also, I wanted to point this out. So the top recruits in the class, the whole reason I restarted is because I never actually paid any attention to the national recruits, or the recruits that didn't go to UCLA. I didn't document them. But now, if I actually just do this really quickly, transition over, I have a tab here with all of the logos for the teams on the left in a protected range, so it's actually going to follow me here. This is our class that I haven't put because we haven't finished it. The transfer class, I'm probably going to duplicate this to include the transfers across the league, because I'm pretty sure Jalen Milroe ends up in it every year, or a lot of the time, so really care where he goes. And then the national top 50, which I haven't updated, so like for instance, the number 1 player in the league, Devontae Brock, out of Arizona. He did commit to Oregon, so see there you go. He is documented for going to Oregon. Now, if he decommits, I'll fix it. Hopefully I catch it, but I will be going over all the top 50 players to get their dev trait. And so you can see at number 17, Maka Trueblood, UCLA. Cool. And then, yeah, a lot of, well, I guess we knew about that because I had to put the Notre Dame logo on them. So I will update this later in the season, probably after this video, just for that sake. And then the last tab over here, well, actually 2 more. The quarterback class. So Logan Seats actually doesn't have a team yet, but it looks like he is between Stanford, Washington State, and Cal, which is kind of crazy. And then Jaron Wesovich is the quarterback we added to our board. He's the 5th-ranked quarterback in the nation. So a lot of California quarterbacks. So yeah, we will be documenting where quarterbacks go, and then the actual top classes, which is going to be like Oregon, of course. Might shrink this tab so that it can be like the 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, and then on. And then I will be documenting awards and stuff thereafter. All right, so moving into this Washington game. Yeah, I guess I'll just be simming it piece by piece. Now, they are 10-2, even though they are fairly similarly rated to us. Now, that is... kind of surprising. All right. So opening drive, 3rd and 4, gets the first down and a touchdown on a long run. We get the ball back. Now, are we going to play spoiler again and upset another ranked team for the 3rd time this season? Our defense is holding very strong. As I say that, they get 3 on a field goal. Washington making a drive before halftime. And they do get a touchdown. So we're going to take this to halftime. Washington gets it out after the half. And I do apologize that you're not really getting a good look at the actual team this first year, but it's the real life team. So if a UCLA game's ever on national television, just go ahead and pop in if you want to get a good look at this actual team. Second and 8, going to be a handoff again. Down 3rd and 3, Jonah Coleman. That is to the flats. Unfortunately, Vaughn is not going to be able to get there, and that's going to be a first down. I'm going to flip this over so we can get the safety on the receiver side. Thankfully, they ran it there because I accidentally guessed pass, I think. Or guessed... No, I just pinched the defense. Never mind. That's going to be a zig route. Linebacker Vaughn not going to be able to get there. Easy interception by Vaughn's user lurk. Get out, get out, get out. Had a little bit of a chance to run there. All right. Crowd getting loud Going to be Jones. Has a little bit of room to run. Goes for a good 9-ish, 10 yards. Gave us the first down. Still have the lead. Going to loft that one in for Atimalala. Going to have the first down into Washington territory. They love giving me this X-choice play. I don't know. Excuse me. All right. Atimalala on the break. Really worried about that throw going places I didn't want it to. That is just a dropped interception, actually. That one was a one-on-one, but the defender just played underneath it the entire time. It's going to be Atimalala again. Really working the slots this game. And every game, for that matter. Ooh, nice cut. Atimalala with the touchdown. And that is going to be one senior we are going to sorely miss come next year. And we're just going to get to the end of the quarter. Washington really running the ball. There we go. I don't remember what my assignment was. Oh, no offsides. They're actually running it. Nope, an RPO on 3rd and 6. Really? All right, take your field goal. All right, 1 point or 1 score game. And the corner was running that route for the receiver. Created a little bit of a drag, but luckily they weren't in a position to intercept it. Tell you what, a Texas route would go crazy on this play. Now, I really don't know about the recruiting classes behind the IRL class right now for UCLA. Like, what I mean is I don't know about our freshman class currently. There weren't many guys outside of Davies, the quarterback, that I really thought about. Take it. Run. Oh, you're going to fumble. Or not. Good job, Garbers. And that is smothered. 3rd and 5 now. I'm going to keep it as is. Looked like the curl would have been open if I'd given it time. All right, let's go out and play some defense. That one going for a fair catch on the 14. Washington is going to have to work a long field. Now, wins against a ranked opponent are going to help us in the long run with upgrades and such, and that is blown up. Lucky that was a 2-yard gain. Got pushed forwards. Breakout. And Addison. Oh, and a fumble. Oh, they got on it. Brian Addison. They called no timeout. Don't really know what that was about. I'm actually going to play underneath on this. And that is just the corners getting bumped. Unfortunately, Will Rogers with 2 interceptions today. They're checking out of it, so they check to a run. Unfortunately, they didn't account for Madrano being on the floor and tripped over him. All right, cover 3 seam flats on a 2nd and 7. That is dumped off and dropped by the tight end. That is dumped off to the underneath route. Running back's going to have it out of bounds for the first. If I don't see a running back. Nope. I was going to say we're going to break out into a deep blue, but all right. Doubling the receiver on the left. And why do they keep running this? Game's on the line, like, kind of. I mean, granted, it's not. There's enough time on the clock, and you have the timeout, so don't panic. But, like, what are we doing here? You're punting? Okay. All right, that one's out of bounds at the 14. Now, historically, draws have not really worked well. That one worked good enough. Counters, too. I guess it depends on the lead block. All right, 3rd and 1. This basically seals the game for the first down. Who else but Ati Malala? Timeout number 2 taken. We got the first down. Little Husky man doing a handstand in the end zone. Cool, cool. Jones bounced off that one like a rocket. All right, got the offsides, and that is pretty much game there. We're going to decline it so that Harden can get his yards. So, yeah, I don't know what it is about the CPU's play calling, but it's not been good. And they literally just updated it to specifically make it better. All right, well, we walk out of Washington with a dub. And, I mean, this team is playing a lot better than projected. And that is basically it for this week. So we should have some commits. Bonham. So, yeah, like I said, the sell worked since we had 28 and over 19. Sturdivant, still a risk of a transfer. A little worried about that. Fair is, ooh, damn. Where the hell did Cal come from? That's why you don't wait on players like that. All right, USC is 9-1, the 5th-ranked team, and we are playing them in a rivalry game. So we added Caesar Diamond since he wasn't getting an offer, and we look at how much, interest we got immediately. We're making progress on Wesevich. Bonham can go to the bottom. Was it because of the visit? I suppose it is a little late. And this one's going to automatically be good, even though we're probably out on him anyways. Dang, we have We gave this guy a scholarship, and he still doesn't want to go. Like, we're the only team. Yeah, okay. Beer, or Iverson, whatever your name is. I guess he must not like us. I'm just going to go ahead and hard sell now. You're pretty far out. You're busy that week. All right, beer is, for some reason, still... I don't think anyone will come out of the woodworks for that, so it's fine. And come on, guys, just commit. Thought I'd have both of you. Alright, that should really do it, other than these 80 hours I gotta just slap around in some odd places. Alright, so that is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.